Let's talk about Norchad Omier, the 6'7", 250, 245-pound big man from Baylor who has been around. He started his career with Arkansas State before transferring after 2 years to Miami. Played 2 years in the ACC where he was a part of a Final Four team with the Hurricanes there. And then transferred to Baylor for his fifth and final season. This is a guy who's averaged a double-double everywhere he's been. He's a guy who I don't expect to be drafted. And so you may ask yourself, why am I making a draft profile on somebody who I don't think is going to be drafted? And the answer is that I think he should be drafted. I think he should be a second-round pick. I understand he's a 6'7" big man. I get it. But he's a guy who's had success everywhere he's been. In a draft where I think after the first handful of players, there are a lot of guys with question marks. It's not necessarily the deepest of drafts. I think you give a guy like Norchad Omier a shot. He's not going to be for every team. He's not going to be for everybody. But I think Omier's ability to finish inside, his ability to rebound the ball at his size, because utilizing his size and lower center of gravity to push taller players out and finish in and around them, to rebound, to get offensive rebounds, to do an adequate job of switching onto smaller players, to generate steals, to improve his game as a three-point shooter. I just think you give a guy like this a chance. Maybe he doesn't stick in the NBA, but I think I've seen enough from Omier at multiple locations, multiple stops to say he's worth giving a shot. Statistically, this past season with Baylor, 16 points, 11 rebounds, a block, a steal, 1.5 assists. He continued to expand his game. The three-point shooting wasn't as good this past season, 29% on his threes, but a 75% free throw shooter, 56% from the field. Really good two-point shooter was Omier. I don't know, guys. I think I would give him a shot. I would bring him into my team, especially if I were a team that prioritized switching defensively. Omier would be a great guy to bring in. He's not a guy who I expect, to be in the rotation right away, but he could be. He could give you 10 to 15 minutes off the bench, and he's a guy who you know what you're going to get, which I think is really valuable. And I think, if you're a team that's in the lottery, it probably doesn't make sense. But if you're a team, that's in the playoffs, that could use another big, a guy who can switch on smaller players and still rebound. He's not going to give you the rim protection that a traditional big would, but he makes up for it with his rebounding and his switch ability. I think you give him a chance. Let me know what you guys think. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, peace.